11 collagen-rich foods you should eat today. And I'll also reveal 4 others you should never try. Did you know there are foods that can rebuild your joints and others that are secretly destroying every bit of your collagen? If you feel pain in your knees, stiffness in your hands, or that annoying crack when you get up, maybe the answer lies in what you put on your plate. In this video, you'll discover the 11 most powerful foods to regenerate your joints and preserve your mobility. Foods that activate your body's natural collagen production, reduce inflammation, and deeply relieve pain in a lasting way. But not everything is good news, because I'll also show you the 4 biggest enemies of collagen. Foods that look harmless, but quietly sabotage the health of your joints. And the worst part, you probably eat at least one of them every day, without realizing the damage they're doing to your body. Do you want to keep underestimating these foods and watch your health slip away? Or do you want to discover right now what can truly save or ruin your movements, your freedom, and your quality of life? Then stay with me until the end. Chapter 11. Bone Broth. When we talk about natural collagen, few foods are as powerful as bone broth. This traditional preparation, made by slow-cooking beef, chicken, or fish bones, releases a large amount of structural collagen, a protein essential for joint health. Regular consumption of this broth helps strengthen the cartilage, which acts as cushions between the bones. During the long cooking process, the bones also release important minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which work together with collagen to rebuild tissues. This is especially important for those suffering joint pain, cartilage wear, or problems like arthritis. Imagine a food capable of lubricating your joints from the inside out. Bone broth is exactly that. It helps improve mobility and reduces discomfort throughout the day. Another key point is that the collagen present in bone broth is type I, mainly responsible for the structure of skin, bones, tendons, and ligaments. Including this preparation in your diet provides your body with ready raw materials for tissue regeneration. This means more elasticity, less pain, and better protection against injuries, especially for people already experiencing some wear. Besides the physical benefits, bone broth has a natural anti-inflammatory action that relieves symptoms of chronic joint diseases. Amino acids like glycine and proline directly help with cell repair and reduce inflammatory processes. This makes bone broth an excellent choice for people recovering or aiming to prevent worsening joint issues. And don't think it's hard to prepare. With a few bones, vinegar, and patience, you can make a very rich broth at home. Letting it cook for 8 to 24 hours on low heat is the secret to extracting all nutrients. This simple but powerful food can be the base for soups, sauces, or even consumed pure on an empty stomach or before meals. It's worth trying. A habit so traditional might be exactly what you need to strengthen your joints. Chapter 10. Cooked chicken skin. Cooked chicken skin, although often avoided by many, is a powerful source of type 2 collagen, the one most directly involved in building and maintaining joint cartilage. This specific collagen type is essential for keeping joints protected from a constant friction of daily movement. By eating cooked chicken skin in recipes, your body gets direct support for regenerating joint structures, which is especially important for those with joint pain and stiffness. This type 2 collagen works very effectively by providing the building blocks needed to restore worn cartilage. It's like supplying bricks to rebuild a damaged wall. And unlike artificial or ultra-processed sources, cooked chicken skin has high bioavailability, meaning the body easily absorbs and uses it. One important detail is that cooking should be done without frying or adding industrial oils to preserve benefits and avoid the opposite effect. Besides collagen, chicken skin also provides small amounts of good fats and amino acids like proline and glycine, which stimulate even more the body's internal collagen production. For those looking for concrete and natural results, this is an ingredient that deserves a place on the plate, especially in broths or stews. It may seem simple, but its impact is real and very significant. Another point to highlight is the indirect anti-inflammatory role this food offers. By restoring joints, it helps reduce the body's need to maintain inflammatory processes in injured areas. This lowers pain, improves mobility, and enhances daily quality of life. It's a valuable boost for those seeking longevity with health. Many avoid chicken skin fearing calories or cholesterol, but when prepared properly, it becomes a true natural remedy for bones and joints. A small change in your menu can cause big improvements in your body's comfort and mobility. And don't forget, besides knowing the best foods, very soon you'll discover the worst ones, the true enemies of your joints you urgently need to avoid. Chapter 9. Sardines with skin. Sardines with skin are a complete food for those who want to wisely care for their joints. Rich in collagen and omega-3, they combine two extremely powerful elements in regenerating and protecting joint tissues. The presence of the skin is essential because it's exactly there that the highest concentration of collagen is found, the one that helps reinforce tendons and cartilage. Moreover, omega-3 acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, reducing pain and swelling that often affect joints. This anti-inflammatory effect is particularly important in conditions like arthritis and osteoarthritis. Regular consumption of sardines with skin helps reduce painful episodes and improves flexibility, promoting more freedom of movement in daily life. The combination of collagen with omega-3 forms a protective shield against joint wear, contributing to a more active and healthy life. Another important benefit of sardines is their nutritional density. Besides collagen and omega-3, they are rich in vitamin D, calcium, and phosphorus, essential nutrients for bone health. This creates full support. While collagen works on joints, the other nutrients strengthen the structure that supports them, the bones. And since sardines are small fish, they have less risk of heavy metal contamination like mercury, making them a safe option for frequent consumption. They can be grilled, baked, or even canned as long as in water or olive oil and low sodium. Including them in your diet a few times per week is a simple step with deep effects on joint health. Often underestimated, sardines with skin are a true nutritional gem for those who value healthy aging. Ignoring this food means leaving aside one of the most powerful allies for mobility and pain prevention. Chapter 8. Beef. If you want to boost your collagen intake, few choices are as effective as beef cooked with tendons and cartilage. These less valued parts of meat are actually very rich in structural collagen, essential for maintaining joint integrity. By slowly cooking them, like in stews or traditional slow-cooked dishes, you extract a nutritious and restorative broth that works directly on regenerating joint tissues. This preparation is also ideal to maximize nutrient absorption, since collagen becomes more bioavailable after prolonged cooking. Eating meat with these structures is not only tasty, but a smart nutritional strategy to avoid pain, inflammation, and progression of joint diseases. The amino acids present, like proline, lysine, and glycine, work in synergy to rebuild the joint extracellular matrix. Besides collagen, this type of meat also provides heme iron, a highly absorbable kind, essential for maintaining energy and preventing muscle weakness. This balance between regeneration and strengthening makes the dish not only healing, but complete for musculoskeletal support. Another positive point is that these cuts tend to be more affordable and can make nutritious and tasty meals for the whole family. Using ossobuco, muscle, knee, or beef neck in stews rescues rich nutritional traditions often forgotten in modern life. For those who feel constant joint pain, this food can represent a turning point. Regeneration happens gradually but is real, and benefits build up over time. And be aware, it's not enough to just know what to include on your plate. Later in this video, you'll discover the foods that most harm your joints, and you must avoid at all costs if you want to keep your movements pain-free. Chapter 7. Beef trotters. Beef trotters are one of the most traditional and powerful natural collagen sources. Made from the gel-like parts of a cow, like feet and knees, they are extremely rich in type 1 and 2 collagen, plus amino acids like proline and glycine, essential for joint regeneration. Preparing trotters, usually as soup or broth, favors the release of these nutritious compounds, turning the dish into a real food therapy for people suffering joint pain. The collagen in trotters directly helps rebuild cartilage, ligaments, and tendons, which suffer natural wear over time or from overexertion. For people with osteoarthritis, arthritis, or recurring joint injuries, frequent consumption of trotters can relieve symptoms and promote mobility recovery, all without artificial supplements, just a natural, traditional food. Another extremely relevant point is that trotters are an excellent source of minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. These minerals not only strengthen bones, but also help in the body's electrolyte balance, fundamental for good muscle function, and to avoid spasms and cramps often linked to joint problems. With this, trotters offer complete support, stronger joints and bones at the same time. It's also important to highlight that trotters should be cooked carefully. The ideal is slow cooking for many hours until the broth becomes thick and rich in collagen. This cooking technique extracts the maximum from bones and cartilage, making the broth a true joint concentrate. Including this type of food regularly can bring visible benefits in just a few weeks of consumption. And the best part, besides all these therapeutic effects, trotters are delicious and versatile. They can be enhanced with vegetables, natural seasonings, and served as main dish or appetizer. A food tradition that turns into joint care, just like that. Chapter 6. Shrimp with Shell. Shrimp is often remembered for its delicate flavor and being a source of lean protein, but few know it can also be an excellent collagen source, especially when consumed with the shell. That's right, shrimp shells are rich in collagen and minerals like zinc, selenium, and calcium, which help keep joints lubricated, strong, and less prone to inflammation and wear. During cooking, especially when made in broths or soups, collagen in shrimp shells partially dissolves in the water, enriching the dish with nutrients fundamental for joint support. This collagen helps maintain the cartilage that covers bone ends in joints, reducing friction and impact during movement. This cartilage layer is like a natural shock absorber, and collagen is its main raw material. Besides that, shrimp is rich in astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress in joint cells and fights free radicals. This is especially important for those suffering chronic inflammatory diseases like rheumatoid arthritis. The combination of collagen, minerals, and antioxidants makes shrimp with shell a true nutritional balm against joint pain and limitations. Another important benefit is the presence of high-quality proteins, which help muscle recovery and maintain lean mass, fundamental to protect and stabilize joints. The healthier your muscles, the less pressure and impact on joints during daily activities. And don't worry, you don't need to eat the shell directly. Cooking shrimp with shell is enough to release most collagen and minerals into the broth. You can use this preparation as a base for risottos, soups, sauces, or even freeze portions for use during the week. Chapter 5. Egg whites. Egg whites are a widely consumed source of lean protein around the world, but what few know is they also contain crucial amino acids for collagen production in the body. Rich in glycine and proline, two amino acids that act as collagen precursors, egg whites are real fuel for the body to produce its own reserve of this structural protein that protects joints. The human body can naturally produce collagen, but as years go by, especially after 30, production begins to decline. That's when supplying the body with the right building blocks becomes important, and egg whites fulfill this role with excellence. Regular consumption helps keep joint elasticity and ligament strength, reducing pain and increasing movement functionality. Another plus is egg whites' easy digestion. Unlike heavier protein sources, they're quickly digested and absorbed, ensuring nutrients are promptly used in tissue regeneration. This makes them ideal for breakfast or light snacks, even for those on calorie-restricted diets. Egg whites are versatile. They can be boiled, scrambled, mixed into pancakes, omelets, soufflés, or even protein shakes. This ease of use makes it even simpler to maintain a diet rich in collagen and joint-beneficial amino acids. And being free of fat and cholesterol, they're a safe ally even for those with cardiovascular restrictions. It's worth highlighting that beyond direct support for collagen formation, egg whites also contribute to strengthening muscles around joints. This creates a natural protection system, since well-supported joints by strong muscles have less risk of injury and early wear. And as you already know, the right foods are half the battle. But the other half lies in the foods you need to eliminate now from your routine before they completely destroy your joints. You'll discover them later in this video, so keep watching. Chapter 4. Strawberries. Strawberries are much more than a tasty fruit. They are true allies of joint health. Rich in vitamin C, these small red fruits directly help in collagen synthesis by the body. Vitamin C is an essential cofactor in the collagen production process, acting like a kind of biochemical trigger that stimulates the body to produce this protein, so important for maintaining cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Without it, collagen formation is inefficient, and the body loses a crucial part of its regeneration capacity. But the benefits of strawberries don't stop there. They are also rich in anthocyanins, natural pigments with strong antioxidant action. These substances fight free radicals which damage cells and accelerate tissue aging, including joints. An inflamed body finds it much harder to maintain cartilage integrity, so consuming antioxidants like those in strawberries is essential for preserving mobility over the years. Another relevant point is strawberries' impact on reducing systemic inflammation. Studies show that red fruits, especially strawberries, positively affect decreasing inflammatory markers in blood like C-reactive protein. This means less pain, less swelling, and more comfort for those dealing with chronic joint diseases like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. And all of this comes from an accessible fruit that's easy to include in your daily diet. Strawberries are also excellent sources of soluble fiber, which help control blood sugar levels. This matters because glucose spikes can worsen inflammation, further damaging joint integrity. A metabolically balanced body is better able to maintain healthy joint tissues, and strawberry fibers contribute to this simply and effectively. Because they're so versatile, strawberries can be eaten raw, in salads, juices, smoothies, or even in more elaborate dishes like natural sugar-free jams. The important thing is to ensure regular consumption, so benefits become noticeable over time. Small daily choices have cumulative power for joint health. And get ready. If so far we've talked about allies of your joints, soon you'll meet the real enemies, foods you must avoid at all costs if you want to live pain-free and with freedom of movement. Keep watching. Chapter 3. Kale. Kale is a leafy green vegetable that carries impressive nutritional power, especially regarding joint health. Rich in antioxidants, minerals, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds, is one of the greatest allies in protecting existing collagen in the body and stimulating its endogenous production. Its high vitamin C content, for example, makes it one of the best vegetable options to ensure your body keeps producing collagen efficiently and consistently. The presence of vitamin K in kale is another extremely important advantage. This vitamin acts directly in maintaining bone density and preventing joint inflammation, besides helping regulate the mineralization process of bones and cartilage. For those suffering joint pain, stiffness, or discomfort, keeping good levels of vitamin K is essential, and kale is one of the richest and most bioavailable sources of this nutrient. Another great asset of kale is its phytonutrients, such as glucosinolates. When metabolized by the body, these compounds act as true detoxifiers, helping the liver eliminate toxins that favor the onset of chronic inflammation. This detox effect is fundamental to keep the cellular environment favorable for regenerating joint tissues, preventing metabolic waste from compromising osteoarticular system health. Additionally, kale is very rich in magnesium and calcium, two minerals that work together to ensure firmer joints less susceptible to injuries. Magnesium participates directly in regulating muscle contraction and nerve impulses, which means it also helps relieve pain associated with tension or overload in joints. Calcium, in turn, is vital to keep the bones supporting these joints strong and healthy. Whether sautéed raw in salads, blended into green juices, or included in soups and broths, kale is an extremely versatile ingredient that can be present daily in your diet. Even small portions already bring noticeable medium and long-term impacts. Chapter 2. Cooked tomato. Cooked tomato is one of the most strategic foods when it comes to protecting joints. The cooking process enhances the release of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant responsible for the red color of the fruit, which has a protective action on the collagen already present in joints. This protective effect is especially important for those suffering joint degradation caused by inflammatory diseases or natural aging. Lycopene neutralizes free radicals that, in excess, destroy structural collagen and compromise cartilage integrity. The more lycopene available in the body, the lower the impact of these cellular aggressors. And cooked tomato is one of the most effective sources of this compound. Contrary to what many think, heat does not destroy the nutrients of tomato. It transforms them and improves their bioavailability. That's why a simple homemade tomato sauce can have a much more beneficial effect than raw fruit in some specific situations. But tomato isn't just about lycopene. It's also a source of vitamin C, another nutrient essential for collagen production. This double combination makes it a complete food for those who want to care for joints naturally. Additionally, tomato contains anti-inflammatory compounds like coumaриc acid and chlorogenic acid, which help reduce swelling and improve mobility. The anti-inflammatory effect of cooked tomato also helps relieve symptoms of diseases like gout and arthritis, which cause great joint discomfort. Regular consumption can be a powerful tool in reducing dependence on chemical painkillers or anti-inflammatories. And that means fewer side effects and better quality of life. It's worth remembering that to further enhance lycopene's effect, the ideal is to consume cooked tomato with a source of good fat, such as extra virgin olive oil. This combination not only improves lycopene absorption, but also adds extra antioxidant properties to the dish. And here's an essential reminder: if the right foods can rebuild your joints, the wrong ones are masters at destroying them. Later in this video, you'll discover the hidden villains of your diet, common foods that are wrecking your cartilage without you noticing. Don't miss the next chapters. Chapter 1. Purple sweet potato. Purple sweet potato may be a surprise to many, but it's one of the greatest allies of joint health, especially because of its very high content of natural antioxidants. Among them, anthocyanins, the same pigments that give the food its purple color, play a crucial role in protecting collagen and reducing inflammation in joints. These compounds act directly by neutralizing free radicals, agents that accelerate cartilage aging and compromise mobility over time. Besides anthocyanins, purple sweet potatoes are an excellent source of fiber and complex carbohydrates with a low glycemic index. This means they help keep blood sugar levels stable, avoiding spikes that can worsen inflammatory processes. A body with balanced glucose is much more capable of regenerating tissues and preserving joint structures than an organism constantly inflamed by diets high in simple sugars. Another surprising benefit of purple sweet potato is its ability to reduce joint swelling. Studies show that regular consumption of this food can help modulate inflammatory markers in the body, such as interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha, which are directly involved in the progression of diseases like osteoarthritis. In other words, besides preventing, it can also relieve already established symptoms. But that's not all. Purple sweet potato also indirectly strengthens joints by favoring intestinal health. A balanced gut absorbs essential nutrients for collagen production better, like zinc, magnesium, and vitamins C and E. The fibers in sweet potatoes act as prebiotics, feeding good bacteria and boosting immunity, another crucial pillar to keep joints protected. In practice, it's a versatile and easy food to include in your routine. You can bake, boil, mash, make soups, or even add it moderately to sweet dishes. Its mild, slightly sweet flavor pairs well with many recipes, making joint care enjoyable and sustainable. And now that you've met the 11 foods that can transform your joints, it's time for part 2. Now you'll discover the 4 true collagen saboteurs. The 4 foods you must avoid. Let's go. Number 4. Bacon. Bacon is one of the tastiest and most popular foods across cultures, but also one of the biggest enemies of joint health. Rich in saturated fats and pro-inflammatory compounds, frequent consumption directly worsens chronic inflammatory processes, such as those in arthritis and osteoarthritis. The excess fat in bacon triggers the release of inflammatory cytokines like interleukin-1 and TNF-alpha, which attack joint tissue and accelerate its degeneration. But the problem doesn't stop at fats. Bacon also contains nitrites and nitrates used for preservation and color enhancement. When exposed to heat, these compounds can form nitrosamines, toxic substances that not only increase the risk of chronic diseases, but also directly affect cellular function, damaging the internal environment necessary for collagen production and maintenance. Another worrying factor is bacon's high salt concentration. Excess sodium can cause fluid retention, increasing swelling in inflamed joints. Moreover, excessive salt consumption negatively affects the body's mineral balance, hindering the absorption of important nutrients like magnesium and calcium, essential for joint and bone health. Thus, bacon contributes not only to inflammation, but also to weakening the structures supporting joints. It's important to highlight that bacon's effects are not limited to those already in pain. It also promotes joint problems in healthy individuals, especially with regular intake. The combination of saturated fat, salt, and chemical additives makes bacon one of the biggest villains for anyone aiming to preserve mobility and quality of life. As tempting as it may seem, reducing or eliminating bacon from your diet is one of the most effective steps to protect your joints long-term. Smart substitutions like lean meats, eggs, or even protein-rich vegetables can provide flavor and nutrition without bacon's downsides. Number 3. White bread. White bread might seem harmless, but is one of the most sneaky foods regarding joint health. Made from refined flour, it undergoes industrial processes that remove fibers, vitamins, and minerals, leaving a highly glycemic product. That means eating it causes a quick spike in blood sugar, fueling systemic inflammation, a real trigger for joint wear. Additionally, white bread contains gluten, a protein that in sensitive individuals can provoke even stronger inflammatory responses. Even non-celiac individuals may experience joint symptoms like pain, stiffness, and swelling due to excessive gluten intake. This happens because gluten increases intestinal permeability, allowing toxins to leak into the bloodstream and activate the immune system against the body's own tissues, including joints. Another downside is white bread's low content of nutrients essential for joint support. Minerals like magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, crucial in collagen production and maintenance, are practically absent. Worst of all, because it's cheap, versatile, and tasty, white bread is present in millions of breakfasts and snacks worldwide. It's easy to overconsume without noticing, especially with stuffed breads, toast with processed toppings, or quick sandwiches. Fortunately, much healthier and beneficial alternatives exist. True whole grain breads with whole grains and seeds, plus gluten-free fiber-rich options made with oat or flaxseed flour, can advantageously replace traditional white bread. These foods help keep blood sugar stable, reduce inflammation, and provide important nutrients to help your body naturally produce collagen. Number 2. Soda. Soda is one of the most consumed beverages worldwide, and also one of the most destructive regarding joint health. Packed with refined sugar, colorants, and chemical additives, it promotes a real inflammatory storm in the body. Excess sugar, especially, is one of the main collagen enemies, accelerating a process called glycation, which damages collagen and elastin fibers, leaving joints fragile, inflamed, and painful. But sugar isn't the only problem. Soda is also rich in phosphorus, especially as phosphoric acid, used to enhance flavor and preserve the product. Excess phosphorus interferes with calcium absorption, vital for bone health. When there's too much phosphorus and too little calcium, the body withdraws calcium from bones to compensate, potentially weakening the entire structure that supports joints. Another critical point is that soda contains no real nutrients. It only provides empty calories that, when consumed excessively, lead to weight gain, another factor that overloads joints. More body weight means more pressure on knees, ankles, and spine, accelerating cartilage wear and increasing the risk of chronic inflammation. The impact worsens when soda is combined with other harmful foods like fast food, fried snacks, or processed sweets. This combination increases the glycemic index of meals, causing insulin spikes, inflammation, and a highly damaging internal environment for collagen regeneration. For alternatives, natural anti-inflammatory fruit juices like strawberry or orange, or fermented drinks such as kefir and kombucha, are excellent options. Besides hydrating, they aid digestion and provide antioxidants that fight joint damage. Number 1. Industrial French fries. Industrial French fries top the list as the worst food for joint health. They combine trans fats, excessive salt, and high glycemic carbs. This trio causes a true nutritional collapse in the body, promoting systemic inflammation, collagen destruction, and increased joint pain. Even small amounts have a cumulative and dangerous impact. Trans fats may be the most alarming component. Present in reused oils and many ultra-processed products, they are known for aggressive inflammatory action, besides harming cardiovascular health and disrupting metabolism. For joints, trans fats are silent poison. They increase oxidative stress, hinder cell regeneration, and worsen existing arthritis, osteoarthritis, or joint injury conditions. Another big problem is the preparation method. French fries are generally cooked in cheap oils reused multiple times, producing toxic compounds like aldehydes, which worsen cellular stress and directly impair connective tissue function. This compromises joint elasticity and strength, increasing stiffness and pain. The high sodium content in industrial fries also contributes to fluid retention and joint swelling. Moreover, excess salt hinders the action of beneficial minerals like magnesium, which is fundamental for muscle and joint function. The result is inflamed, unprotected joints that wear out prematurely. And there's more. Fries' high glycemic index triggers insulin spikes, causing even more inflammation and accelerating glycation, which damages collagen fibers. A truly destructive combo for anyone wanting to maintain joint health. If you want to keep receiving the best videos for your health, subscribe to the channel. It exists for just one reason: to make you a healthier person with better quality of life. Helping you is my mission. In the video now appearing on your screen, I reveal 7 critical blood pressure mistakes that seniors must avoid. Click the screen and check it out.